towards working towards being a touring musician, and had like dozens of jobs. I used to like go to like staffing agencies and just get like warehouse work all the time. And I remember a key moment in my life was with American Idol, because I had gotten off a major tour that kind of like changed my life and changed my perspective on like touring and stuff, because I'd never traveled before, I'd never done anything before I started playing music, and I was playing for this band called Twin Shadow. Yeah, and I've been a fan of his band for a long time, and I remember when he put out his first album, I was mesmerized by it, and I really wasn't playing music at that time. And I remember he put out an album called Eclipse, and they toured it, and they went, basically were at my hometown, Pomona. They played at this venue called the Glass House, and I remember they played, and I don't know, I was in the crowd. I would go to shows all the time, and I just flat out just said, I was like, man, one day I'm gonna work with this guy. And I wasn't really playing music at the time, and I was like, just said it out of nowhere. And during that time period, didn't really think of anything of it, and then I went out through the whole year just working more, and Millennial Love, actually, that song, I had written down on my notepad during this like life-changing thing that happened to me before I was playing music. And I just remember just really pushing hard just to change my life and my perspective on things. Because I really didn't go to college. I was homeschooled. I was homeschooled, so we're here. We're ready to conquer. Yeah, so I really didn't have any kind of life goals, and I would go to like Guitar Center and like practice piano, and I would practice guitar, and I would just keep learning from YouTube and stuff. And I made this little video, and I was playing one of Twin Shadow's songs. And I remember I played it on piano, and I just texted him via Instagram, and I just said, yo, what do you think of this? Fan of your music. And I just was a really big fan of him. And the following day, he was like, yo, like, come to my house. And I was like, what? Come to my house? And I was like, this is tight. Yeah. So I went to his house, and this was all pre-American Idol and stuff. And so I went to his house, my first time ever really networking with a musician of that caliber, for someone that I really looked up to. And I went to his house, and I was just playing, like, he just asked me to play some music for him. He was like, do you have anything on guitar? And at the time, I played him 10 years, and I still didn't really show anybody that song or anything. I was just like, I got this jam. And he was like, do you play, like, you were playing on piano, do you play keyboards? And I was like, yeah, I prefer synths, but I'm down to play keyboards. And he was like, come on down, let's make a song. And we just made this like song. He was like doing this runway for like some fashion designer. It was amazing. And he was just like, just lay some keys down. And I just like off the dome, just like started making stuff. But during that friendship, he sparked something, and he saw something in me. And that day, I was about to leave, we just were jamming, chopping it up, and he was just like, yo, before you go, I want to give you something. And so he gave me a laptop, he gave me an interface, he gave me a guitar, and he told me, just make music, and I don't want anything from you, just make music. And from that day forward, I just kept going with music, and I kept like going wherever the wind would take me, you know? And during that time, I was still working all these jobs, still doing stuff, but he gave me an opportunity, and I kept working at it. And I would get off of work, I would get on my lunch break, and I'd be in my van, I'd be in my car, wherever I was, I'd be on the bus, anywhere. And I'd be making music and sending him demos, really bad sounding, distorted demos, but I would be doing that. And then American Idol came up, because I was playing backyard shows, and I was just kept trucking at it every single day. I was playing. After I got off work, I would go busk, and then I would play at a bar. I would go play at open mic, and then I would go to work, get off work, sleep for like 3 hours, do the same rotations. I had like 3 jobs, and so I kept at it. And American Idol hit me up, and they were like, try out for this audition, and I did. And the rest is history with that, because I kept saying yes to things. And I was just like, this is crazy. I don't know. You know, my first show ever with a band was opening up for Beck at the Honda Center in Houston. I don't know about you guys, but I was nervous, bro. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not qualified for this. I was freaking eating like, you know, I was eating Jack in the Box in my van, getting off of this dishwashing shit, looking up YouTube videos of how to shred. That was my thing. I was just like, all right. And so my first show was that. And with American Idol, it came out of nowhere, and it's a blessing because it's like, I just never expected my life to be towards this type of music, this type of energy, and this type of thing. And I want to thank you guys for showing up, because for real, like, I'm just a dude legit from, like, I'm from Pomona. I don't got anything.
You should have won.
Like, all I got is like the things I love to do is watch anime, go go-karting, eat hot Cheetos a lot. That's what I do. It's not like, when I got off of American Idol, it was funny because people thought like, it's like, what's this guy about? It's mysterious. I'm just like, no, I'm like, there's nothing I do. I don't do anything. But it's a blessing though. So I just want to, just say thank you guys for showing up and supporting throughout the years, because it really does mean a lot, especially for me, just coming from nothing to something, and you guys made it happen. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you for everything. Back to tuning.